It's garbage. It's a pile of trash. I am, totally smart. Crooked Hillary. CNN is total fake news. I am going to expose all the corrupt and crooked media. I'm going to present them awards on next Wednesday. Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy New Year, and welcome to this first 2018 edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie. This is Kyle. Kyle, Happy New Year to you.
Happy
Good to
New
see
Year
you.
as well. Yeah, nice to see you too, man. Wow, it's been a cold start.
Yes.
But that's okay.
It has been a bitterly cold start to the new year. This entire week has been just cold and snowy,
Yeah.
and I'm not digging it.
No, I feel like I'm in Hoth, that snow planet on Star Wars. That's what it feels like right now.
We are literally less than a minute into our first episode of 2018, and Kyle drops his first nerdy reference of the new year.
Duh. Of course.
Well, speaking of Kyle, Kyle's actually going to be sort of the theme of our episode here tonight, because Kyle had the awesome and cold experience.
Speaking of cold as well.
Yeah, speaking of cold, of being able to go to not one, but two Patriots games over this holiday break. Kyle went and saw the Patriots play the Buffalo Bills on Christmas Eve.
Yep.
And went and saw the...
I think it was the Jets.
Patriots play the Jets. I was just getting to that. I went and saw the Patriots play the Jets in their regular season finale on New Year's Eve. So, Kyle, let's go back to the Christmas Eve game against Buffalo, which ended up being a very close game, and just sort of take us through, before you actually get into the game, take us through, the pregame scenery, and just the pregame, just the feelings heading into the game, about the game, or just just sort of take us through the build up to that first game.
It was really great. I went actually with a few friends of mine, and we just kind of all met. And
Wait, you actually have friends? Boom roasted.
That was pretty good roast.
Sorry.
I got roasted.
Gotta get some hell for that burn.
Ooh. But,
Sorry, sorry.
No, it's all good. But then we just kind of found this nice little lot right across from the kind of like the more shopping, that big shopping plaza where the Christmas tree shop is. No, it's not that part of it, but it's that other part of Patriot Place where you got this the Christmas tree shop and AC Moore and that. We found a parking lot pretty close to there, so it was nice area. Really, it was pretty cold though. I wouldn't say it's definitely not New Year's level cold. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get to that in a little bit, because that was cold.
That was
a capital COLD.
But this game wasn't too bad. It was the temperature was all right.
That was cold on caps lock.
Oh yeah, New Year's was just but anyway.
We'll get into that.
We'll get to that one game at a time.
Yeah.
Well, this one was pretty manageable actually. It was very comfortable. And thank goodness neither game was raining. So that was a big plus. I mean, this game was a little cloudy. Had a few sun moments here and there, but it was pretty dry for the most part, which is, I'd rather have that than the really cold rain I had last year.
Yeah, that's true.
That was not fun. Don't ever go to a rainy game, guys. Especially in
or
that
a
time
snowy
of year.
game.
No, never. No, just don't.
Now, would you rather go to a snowy game or a rainy game?
Oh, snowy.
Yeah, I agree.
Because rain makes everything worse. It literally does. At least
snowy
snowy
just kind of dust it off.
Yeah.
The rain just it sticks and it just pounds on you.
It's way colder with the rain there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's at least with the snow, while it's snowing, it's not horribly cold out. It's still pretty cold, but you could still manage. I mean, just bring good amount of layers and you'll be good.
Yeah.
And that's what I did for both games. First game, I brought some good layers, and yeah, we had this really nice, little tailgate party going on.
Woo party!
Oh, it was great. They had so I was with these friends of mine, and their family actually made some really good meatball subs. Oof, I'll never forget that. That was so good.
That does sound good.
Oh, it was amazing. Loved it. The food there was like they had these meatball subs. They had They had these like sort of I want to say it was like brownies with like icing on it. They had like a peppermint flavor and like a mocha flavor. It was really good. Really, really good. So yeah, the whole build-up was really nice. We just kind of hung out. We stayed there for about a few hours, and we ended up walking to the game. And it wasn't a bad walk. We just kind of crossed the street, and thank goodness we had the cops there to help us out. To get to Patriots Place. And as soon as the game started, I remember just grabbing a hot chocolate. That was the first thing I did because it was pretty cold when we got there. It was the temperature dropped a little bit more, but what can you do?
But and then so for the game itself, it actually was a pretty close game, like up until the second half.
The first half was okay, not great for the Patriots. Buffalo was doing pretty good, but the Patriots did have a nice comeback later in the game, though.
Yeah, second half they started to sort of step it up and really pull ahead. Just talk about the atmosphere. I mean, I know it was like Christmas Eve, but it sounded like from watching on TV, like it was still a pretty good crowd as always.
Oh yeah, it was great. The funny thing about those Christmas Eve games, you should definitely try at least once going to one of those.
I've been to one of those
because it's just funny. What are those? Because there are so many people that dress up and they got like the big Santa suits and they got the reindeer and elf suits to
Did
go on.
Did you dress up?
This year, no. Last year, I dressed up as a weird-looking reindeer. I had these reindeer boxers. It was weird.
Reindeer boxers?
It was weird. I'm not.
I think we don't need to get into that much detail. But
I had a lot of layers on that game. It was layers on layers, and then I put some reindeer boxers on top, and reindeer. It was. I have no idea what the hell was going on, but anyways, so that's what happened. But this year, no. I was just very plain. Just brought layers of clothes. That's it. But no, the atmosphere was very, very. Everyone was pumped up. They had people on the teleprompt and everything doing their dance. You
mean the jumbotron?
Jumbotron, yeah, whatever you call
that.
Teleprompter. I know.
People up on the teleprompter, they're giving a speech. They're just
exactly.
But yeah, the Patriots won.
Yeah,
that was
great
good.
win. We actually left a little early. We didn't stay the whole time.
Loser.
But I want to say, I know, right? We left at I want to say close to the end of the third quarter, because everyone was kind of getting there. Getting the losers. Oh, lame. This is
Alfred lame. Lame-o.
But it was, I think we were just because. We just kind of want to get back home because it was getting a little colder, and I will admit I had layers on, but I didn't have as many as I should have. I think so. So the whole group actually left. All the friends, we all left. So literally would have just been like me and like one other friend that would have been left behind. So we just called we figured they had it in the bag, and sure enough they did. Came back home, watched the rest of the game, and they had it in the bag. So
yeah. That
was good. It was a good game.
What was it, a paper or plastic bag?
Vinyl.
So Patriots won that one, and with that win, they went to third. They went to wait, hold on, I'm trying to think. They went to 12-3, 12-3 on the year.
So it was like a huge, I think I don't think it was a huge scoring game, was it?
I don't know. I think it was. I think it was like 35-20 or something. Like it was like
it was pretty close actually. Yeah. So
they kind of pulled away in the second half.
Yeah, that was good.
And then so fast forward to the next Sunday, December 31st, as the Patriots had a chance with the win to wrap up the top seed in the AFC once again, and they had to do it at home against the Jets in probably the coldest game ever in Patriots history. I mean, probably it might not have been, but still, it was pretty cold. Why don't you take us through?
It was I'm literally just thinking about the freezing temperatures right now, and it was cold to the point. So the game before was very chilly. If you had like some form of glove, some form of hat, you were fucked. Yeah, you're pretty fine. Put on a couple layers. You were good. You were able to survive for the most part. This game, you had to bundle up. You know that you ever see A Christmas Story? Has anyone seen A Christmas Story? Do you remember that scene where they had to bundle that kid up? They had to put like 6 layers of shirts and I don't know. He had like the big like 2-3 layers of pants and like the gloves, and they wrapped his whole head with a scarf to the point where the kid couldn't even move. That was the only way to survive that game. You had to do that. You had to become all bundled up. Like you had to bring like 10 scarves. Like it was crazy. It was so cold. And we went to a different lot that game. So my family, this was the same lot that my family and I went to the year prior for the last year's Christmas Eve game. And oh man, now the snow had pretty much already fallen down. We had a good amount of snow, not like it is now, but we had a good amount of snow. So, and it was just the point where everything was frozen. It was just. Like literally, if
let it go. Sorry, Mom. Frozen.
Wrong Frozen. Well, but I mean, same idea though, because it was basically like Elsa's Wonder Castle or whatever she made. Everything was ice. Everything was just
ice, baby.
Elsa would have survived. Mr. Freeze would have survived from Batman. Oh, it's a cold town. He would have loved it. That would have been his game.
Would Vanilla Ice have survived?
They always survive. They always do. So we know that. But I remember, so that tailgate was interesting. It was that tailgate was a lot more difficult than the week before, because the week before it was comfortably cold, whereas this week if you took off your glove,
very uncomfortably cold.
Yeah, if you take off your glove, you put your hand in the air, and your hand freezes within minutes. It's just like it takes a few minutes and boom, you got to put your glove back on. And I'm not talking about just like regular, everyday gloves. No, you need a padded glove. You need those like padded winter.
You need like the
gloves.
deluxe, the heavy duty gloves.
It was like that, and I thought, and the thing was, so the week before, I know I said I was going to bring my saxophone, and I did. Not the week before though. I brought my saxophone to the New Year's game. And I regretted it because as soon as I started playing it, my hands froze. My thumbs couldn't move. They couldn't move.
Like they were
like
frozen to the saxophone.
Pretty much, yeah. They literally. I had to. It was like this. My thumbs were like beet red, and I tried to play some songs, and it was a mixture of me because I hadn't played for a while, so I was a little rusty on the instrument. Plus the cold, affecting my fingers, so. It was it sounded a little bit of a mess, I'm not going to lie. It was a bit of a... So, I tried playing the Star Wars theme, Superman theme, and all that stuff, and even tried doing some Who Can It Be Now from, that song, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that happened. Yeah, and...
How did the rest of your family enjoy the tailgate?
They had a lot of fun. I mean, they brought really good food though, so that was the plus side. So, we had, despite the fact that it was hard to stand, they at least they brought a fire pit, which is good, and they brought some great food. We had some fajitas actually in the morning. So 10 a.m. fajitas. Let me tell you,
some breakfast fajitas.
Nothing like it. It was so good.
You could have made breakfast burritos.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we almost did it because they brought some chili too. So it was good. The food itself was nothing to complain about. It was amazing. We had great food, great drinks.
Excuse me.
And yeah, it was just an overall great experience. I was there with my family. Mainly my older cousins were there. My sister was there, of course, too. And yeah, we ended up making our trek to the game. We actually went through the train yard, pulled a Stand By Me. So you know how it is, train tracks, right? Yeah, and we made it to the game. We made one piece. Nice.
And now during the game, obviously it was kind of a one-sided game. The Patriots kind of dominated. From the start, so just talk about that sort of atmosphere, and also just like how the crowd was despite the cold weather.
That's gonna be fun to talk about. So so what happened was, all right, so the tailgating already happened. We got to the game, and So basically, the Pats, they had a little bit of a bumpy start, I think, in the first quarter, but then things really picked up, I think, the quarter after. They did a much better job, and they definitely scored more points than they did in the last game, the previous one. Um, and yeah, the crowd was pretty pumped, despite the fact that it was obviously super cold out. What the crowd did actually, which was so here's the thing. The game before, we had seats. The game I went to for New Year's, there were no seats. We actually got section. We got the nosebleed, like the section kind of tickets. So we just got the cheapest tickets we could find, and we just kind of hung around the tables. So we had that nice little snack shack behind us, and behind the snack shack there was this pavilion center that people kept hiding in while it was too cold. So so each of us, I remember a good chunk of us just kind of took turns to hang around the building because the building was so nice. It was so close. It was like a few minute walk, and it was nice having it there behind us.
That is pretty nice.
Yeah, it was great. So we were able to kind of, if it got really really cold, yeah. But and as great as the game was, from the first third, we stayed pretty much till the end of the third quarter. And by that time, a couple of us have already booked it, so we booked it as well. So,
that makes sense. There's only so much cold you can brave before it's just especially in a game like that where the outcome's pretty much decided already.
By the time it was the end of the third quarter, they pretty much had them. I think we guessed they pretty much had it in the bag too. So we thought, you know what, Patriots, you guys. Take it away. We're gonna go away. So,
well, but this still sounds like a fun experience.
Oh,
for both games.
It was still great. It's definitely worth going to. I loved every second of it, despite the fact that it was cold. I still loved it. It was definitely because I don't get to go to a lot of Patriot games. So, I mean, it's not that I don't get to. I decide not to, but I've been getting more invites. So yeah, exactly. It's unless I get invites from friends or family, then I don't usually go.
That makes sense. But speaking of the NFL and the NFL playoffs, which the Patriots again secured the number 1 seed in the AFC, so they actually had a bye week during this wild card weekend that wrapped up just a few minutes ago with the final game.
While the other teams are duking it out.
Yeah. So what we wanted to do is kind of give a little, some of our official On a Couch Talking Sports playoff predictions.
Here we go.
It's obviously, we're not experts or anything like that, but we will do our best. So just to sort of set the scene here, in the AFC, the final 4 teams are the Patriots, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Tennessee Titans, who the Patriots are going to be playing the Titans on Saturday night in the AFC Divisional Round in July.
Attack on Titans.
Remember the Titans. And then in the NFC, the final 4 teams are the Philadelphia Eagles, the Minnesota Vikings, the New Orleans Saints, and the Atlanta Falcons.
All right.
So, Kyle, I want to ask you first is who do you think out of the 4 NFC teams I mentioned, so again, the Eagles, Vikings, Saints, and Falcons, which one do you think will come out as the NFC representative in this year's Super Bowl?
What was it? You said the Eagles, Saints, Falcons.
Eagles, Vikings, Saints, and Falcons. And by the way, interesting side note, I don't want to influence anybody's picks here, but the Super Bowl this year is in Minnesota.
Oh.
And so technically, the Vikings could, if the Vikings made the Super Bowl, they would be playing in their own stadium.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool.
So just a kind of a cool side note there. But anyway, who do you think out of those 4 teams?
Matt Ryan's on the Falcons, right?
Correct.
I think the Falcons actually. I think because they got pretty close.
They are the 6th seed, by the way. They're the lowest seed in the NFC.
Okay. Well, I think they still have a pretty good chance, but
all right. Going with the underdog. I like it.
I'm going to give them a shot because I think they had a lot of potential the years before. So, yes.
All right. I'm going. Let's see. I hadn't really given this one as much thought as the AFC. I'm not going to lie.
It's all right.
I'm going to go with the team that I'm still going to go with the team that I have sort of been going with throughout this season from the NFC, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles.
The Eagles. That was actually my second choice.
I mean, the only thing about the Eagles that I'm kind of curious about is the fact they did lose their starting quarterback, Carson Wentz, to a season-ending injury. But Nick Foles is a very adequate replacement. Actually, did a pretty good job the last couple weeks in his place. So,
okay.
I think. I mean, obviously, I think the Eagles are more beatable now that without Wentz even being the top seed. But I still think that they, out of all the NFC teams, I think they have the best shot. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think that they're gonna make it through to Minneapolis. So
solid pick.
Now to the division or the conference where I think both of us are kind of on the same wavelength here. Didn't I tell you I'm totally going with the Jaguars? No, for the AFC, I think Kyle would agree with you. I'm going to go with the Patriots. I think we could both just sort of just say it right at the same time because I mean the Patriots they have Tom Brady, they have Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
There's the only team that really concerns me is Pittsburgh, just given, that they did play pretty tough, and almost beat them, a few weeks ago in Pittsburgh. But that being said...
So, I'm sorry, who are the teams again?
Oh, in the AFC, it's the Patriots, the Steelers, the Jaguars, and the Titans.
And the Titans. Okay, the
So, I'm going... But I'm going with the Patriots. I think, they're at home, which obviously is big time. They never seem to lose at home, especially in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
I think the last time they lost home in the playoffs was 7 or 8 years ago. It's been a while, but
during the Bledsoe years now.
No. It was much later than that. But I just look at their road to the playoffs. I just don't. Excuse me. I just don't see a team that can beat them.
No.
Sorry, rest of the AFC.
Sorry, guys.
Like I said, I think Pittsburgh.
They're close.
We'll give them a closer game than last year's AFC title game, but I still think that the Patriots are gonna come out on top again and make it to yet another Super Bowl. Second year in a row, make it to the Super Bowl, which would be pretty awesome. You agree? Do you have anything to add to that Patriots pick?
No, you pretty much said everything that needs to be said. I think so. Yeah.
All right, and now it is time to make our official Super Bowl predictions. So Kyle has a Super Bowl 51 rematch in Patriots versus Falcons, and I have Patriots versus Eagles. So we both have Patriots versus Birds.
I love it.
So I'll let you go first. Who do you think would win in that rematch, Patriots and Falcons?
Yeah, I would say the Patriots. The Falcons are good. They're really good. They have potential, but... Yeah, especially after we saw last year. That's.
I think the Patriots are gonna. I think the Patriots, if they play the Eagles, the Eagles, with that quarterback situation, I just don't. Yeah. I just don't see the Patriots having. I just don't see them being able to overcome a Patriot defense. And again, Tom Brady, I think wins his 6th Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have to do like this.
Yeah,
all rings for these guys. So,
but no, I think it's good. It's going to be awesome, and yet another Super Bowl for coming home to Foxborough, which will be really awesome. Of course,
Goodell.
Roger that. And of course, we'll get into more of the Super Bowl as the Super Bowl gets closer. We'll probably with our annual sort of Super Bowl preview special.
Closing in February. We got the Super Bowl, and then what some people consider the movie Super Bowl, the Oscars.
Shut up.
No, that's not even a Super Bowl. That shouldn't even be actually compared to the Super Bowl, but anyways.
All right. So, that we are now going to move on to the end portion of our episode, our first New Year edition of our monologues. I'm going to go first here, and I just want to say that I had speaking of attending sporting events, I had the occasion this week to go to not one, but 2 Celtics games.
Ooh,
I saw
those.
Yeah, I went and saw them beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. No, I'm sorry, dominate the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah,
on
God,
Wednesday.
So cool.
And then on Friday, I went and saw them beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. I just want to say, this Celtics team is amazing. No matter what gets thrown at them, they continue to just pile up wins. They're 4 games up in the Eastern Conference right now. They are a fun team to watch. I knew they were going to be a fun team coming into the season. I got a little bit worried, with the Gordon Hayward injury the first game of the season. But this team is just... They're amazing, and with every game that goes by, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. With every game that goes by, I don't see any reason why this team can't not just make it to the Eastern Conference Finals like they did last year, but actually win the Eastern Conference Finals, make it to the NBA Finals. They're just that good. I know a lot can change. There's still a long way to go in the season, but this team is the real deal this year, and I'm excited to just see where they continue to go from here. So keep going, Celtics. So
there you go.
You got anything for us to start this new year?
Well, I guess I don't know if we talked about it before, but I guess speaking of the Cavaliers, and you know how I love movies and everything. So apparently they're making a Space Jam 2.
Yep, with LeBron James.
Why even make Space Jam? I don't think there's been a Looney Tunes movie since '03 when that Brendan Fraser one came out. I don't think anyone would see it. If it does,
I would probably watch it
with LeBron James.
Yeah, when Space Jam 2 came out, I'd probably go see it.
It's just not the same with Michael Jordan. At least he's a likable guy. He's not not the best actor, but he's a very likable guy. He
wasn't terrible in that movie, though.
Okay, there were worse, I'm sure, but but at least he's Michael Jordan. He's a very likable guy. He's the guy you root for. Whereas LeBron James, I'm sorry, I'd cheer for the aliens at that point. I'd be like, aliens, just dominate LeBron James.
He's a hater.
Yeah.
I guess I am too, so I probably would be there right there with him cheering on the bad guys.
Right. So you need a basketball player who everyone would cheer for, right? And LeBron James, I'm sure he's not. I don't know. He just seems like he's a very divisive kind of. No doubt he's a very talented player. I will say that. Like Michael. Okay, maybe not as talented as Michael Jordan was, but like Michael Jordan, he's very talented. But I don't know. He just doesn't have that likability that Michael Jordan had, But I don't know.
No, that makes sense. It'll be interesting to see if they do, in fact, come out with Space Jam 2, if they, in fact, sort of follow through on this, how it is received in terms of, ratings. And
yeah. We'll see I'm just curious to see if they do go through with it, if people are going to see it. And because I don't know, I just don't think because the fact that the Looney Tunes, because there hasn't been a lot of Looney Tunes movies made, I feel like it kind of fell off a lot of people's radar, except for us, because we're 90s kids, so I'm sure we'll recognize it. I don't know. Well, I'm just curious to see what's going to happen.
All right. Well, that remains to be seen.
Yep.
All right. So that's going to do it for this week's edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. Again, Happy New Year, everybody, and thank you as always for watching. He's Kyle. I'm losing my voice apparently.
Oh no.
I'm Robbie. Signing off here from the couch. We will see you next time on A Couch Talking Sports. Goodbye, everybody.
Hey guys. Ow. Just knuckle.
Well, what a way to end the episode. That was...
Ooh, wait. What's this?
They can't see what you're looking
Well, you can hear it though. Oh, Robbie just turned it off.